Hey everybody, you do have the right channel. There's no mistake. Don't pause it, don't stop it, don't move on. This in fact is Thailand Confidential, and I guess you're wondering why I threw you this curveball today. And the whole environment around me is polar vortex. So I'm gonna do a different spin. Usually I go front and center with everything Thailand in terms of the interior of it. I post videos about beaches, hotels, food reviews, tourist events, temples, nightlife, everything Thailand, and it's generated enough response and interest that it's just been a hobby so far. But my name is Mike. I am the founder and the poster, the editor, whatever, of this little venture called Thailand Confidential, my YouTube channel. And I just want to give you a different spin. Back to the incept of this video. I'm in Michigan. It's mid-January. It shouldn't surprise you that it's 0 right now. I'm doing my daily routine of getting a little exercise. I'm 56 years old. I work in law enforcement. I work for the state of Michigan, and I'm going to retire at the end of this summer, 2024. And today, I always wanted to do a real-time, like, beginning of a trip to the destination of Thailand. So, as it turns out, today's January 15th, and tomorrow I jettison off from Detroit Metro Airport. I'll go from that point to O'Hare in Chicago, and then it'll be a long flight to Istanbul, Turkey. From Istanbul, I will then fly another pretty long jaunt to Bangkok, one of my favorite airports on the planet, Suvarnabhumi, BKK. So I've been to Thailand 3 times, 3 separate times, 1 month each time, and as you've seen, I've put forth a lot of footage of that. Not to go too long-winded on the very incept, wanted to just give you a little meet and greet. After 70-some episodes, I'm finally showing you who I am, a real face, a real voice, a real person behind the channel itself. I appreciate everybody that puts forth the effort to view me. After that, if you like and subscribe, those are just, I mean, I'm just fulfilled with a lot of joy in my heart. I'm not making anything, but it's a hobby. If I convey some type of, you know, some sentiment that your interest of Thailand, I would advise it to anywhere. I've been to Mexico a bunch of times. I've been to China. I've been to Japan. Southeast Asia is my favorite. Wow. People tell me, why are you gonna get on a plane for 20 hours when you could be in Mexico in 3.5? I can't put words behind it. But furthermore, I am gonna retire at the end of the summer. I'm gonna move to Thailand permanently. And we'll talk about that later, but I want to give you a little incept of beginning to end of a trip from United States to Thailand. If it generates interest, questions, comments, whatever, I'm happy to talk about it, discuss it. Just going to give you a view of mine. So today's the 15th. We'll pick it up later, probably at the airport, en route to the airport, what have you, and we'll follow suit. Okay, thanks again. Take care. Have a good day. And I'm excited. In 2 days, I'm going to be in Bangkok. What's not to love? Take care, everybody. Hey there and welcome. This is Thailand Confidential, and this is Mike. I'm at Detroit Metro Airport. It is showtime. This is the first of 3 legs. This will take me to Chicago O'Hare. From there, I will go to Istanbul, Turkey. From Istanbul, then it'll be Bangkok. 28 hours. That's layovers and time in the air. That's pretty general, pretty close to the mark. I remember you know, even a couple years ago, I could get flights within 20 hours. So I don't know what's happened with the travel industry, why it takes longer. I mean, I don't mind spending a little more money to get to my destination and start my holiday. But hey, you just got to take what comes to you. If you want to go bad enough, you make it happen. So the other thing is I want to give like general points on just normal travel. If you are considering it, or if you do it, we can compare notes. Always try to reserve your flights somewhere around 6 months. I mean, the prices go up. If you're gonna wait till payday after you see a really good deal on Travelocity, it'll be gone just like that. I know, I've done that before, and even within a couple days. Watching prices every day is kind of like watching the NASDAQ ticker. It goes up and down. You just can't put any type of rhyme, reason, or science behind it. I've not been able to find an exact science and tell you how to do it right, but I've paid anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000. And speaking of that, Turkish Airlines actually began a new hub here at Detroit Metro, within the last couple months, I think. And so I got in on some kind of grand opening special. I paid $1,050 for a round trip from here to Thailand and back. So I just got lucky. There was no prophecy or anything that went into that one. When I saw that deal, I jumped on it. $1,500 to $2,000 is what I paid to go to Southeast Asia round trip. Different airlines. I've done Delta, I've done Air Canada. Now I'm doing United and Turkish Airlines, which I'm hopeful. Delta, I've had really good luck with. Nothing's perfect, especially in this industry. It can go off the rails, the travel industry, the air travel industry. We'll get into it in another episode of what my favorite one is and what the worst one that I don't like is. But now is just general stuff. Here's another tip for you. I was really big into getting up early like you would work, getting to the airport early like you would, you know, and just getting a big start on it, running around, but it just seemed like a mob. Everybody's falling behind. It puts stress on the people that work here, and then I'd much rather have it like this. See this? This is really good. This is late afternoon and middle of the week. It's not a big holiday travel season. Middle of January, why not take a vacation in the middle of January, especially you're from the Midwest where it's really, really cold right now. Anyways, so that's it for now. Thanks for your views, likes, subscribes, and I will see you. There's a place, it's not mine, but that's where we're at, all these terminals. I'll see you in Chicago, all right? I'm getting excited. Take care. Wow, do I look out of breath? Talk about living on the edge. So as promised, I would catch up to you on my second leg of this flight. I'm at the mighty O'Hare Airport in the great Chicago, Illinois. So I guess, long story short, we were a half-hour late boarding in Detroit en route to here, which happens. Just giving you like the testimonial as it happens in real time. Then after that, we sat on that plane for an hour and 15 minutes. So by the time the plane landed in Chicago, of course you gain an hour of time because you're crossing over the timeline, which was the only reason why I made this flight possible. So on paper I would have been screwed, but in real time, as it turns out, I had an hour to play with. So I'm checking and talk about polar opposites. Look at where we landed, way over there. So we had to run and then catch a bus, which had to stop 47 times en route to here between jets taking off. Just crazy. I mean, I'm not surprised. I've been doing this for a while, but it pays to have your navigation wits about you. To the point where you just don't want to even look at your clock, because you don't, every second is precious. Good. I'm here. Right there's the end of the line, and I'm on it. and for all intentions and purposes, I'm on schedule. So a little beleaguered. The weariness won't really set in until probably through this leg and into Istanbul, but I'm just so happy that, you know, as luck would have it, I made this flight. I guess this part of the video, I'm gonna probably specify to, you know, have your navigation wits about you. Everything is like in alphabetical order. Make sure you read your boarding pass as soon as you get off the plane. If you're off by one digit or one letter, I mean, that's havoc. You could miss your flight. People that take their time, you know, it just, these flights don't wait. It's crazy. It's like its own, it's like its own island. It operates by its own, it's got its own politics, its own rules. As it turns out, I'm a little weary from running around. I needed the exercise. I didn't get one in today, and I'm gonna make this flight. I will see you in Istanbul. Take care. Hello YouTube channel, Thailand Confidential, and welcome to Istanbul, Turkey. This is the third leg. It was 10 hours across the Atlantic Ocean, across Scotland. I followed the GPS. What's the big popular hub? Amsterdam, then over Romania, Bucharest, Budapest. Skirted the Ukraine a little bit. That kind of made me think for a minute, but I'm here and I'm safe. Everything's cool. So from here, I board in about an hour, and it's 9 hours to Bangkok through this portion of the Middle East. Now I'm going to tell you, I've had the best luck. I'm going to give a shout out right now. I've done Qatar Airlines out of the Middle East, and they were phenomenal. And now Turkish Airlines, they are phenomenal. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is really weird. Even like the meals are like real generic. When you fly Delta, you know, you can plan on chicken and you know, roast beef or just rice, that type of thing, potato, green beans, a brownie, you know. But man, today it was salmon. It was good too. They had a chef with a chef hat running around and everything. And for breakfast it was blueberry waffles. Wow. So that stood out, and their service was exemplary. Look at the infrastructure. This is Istanbul, Turkey. Nothing disappointing here. Okay, well, guess what? Thank you for viewing thus far. Again, I've been in the air. Goodness, okay. Hour and a half plus 10, and then some layovers. Let's gonna say 18 hours now. I took a nap for about 2 hours. I feel pretty good. And in an hour, it'll be another 9 hours, and it's Bangkok, here we come. I'll see you there. This is Mike, and this is, as promised, the end of the third and final leg. I indeed made it to BKK, otherwise known as Suvarnabhumi Airport in Bangkok. Yes, I'm a bit on fumes. I'm gonna go and rest once the taxi. Give it a breather. It takes a minute for the luggage to get down so I can pick it up on the carousel. Then I'll bolt out and take a taxi. Here's some more of the last of the bit of the advice that I've given, some general stuff. The first thing that comes to mind is make certain, these cities are so big in Southeast Asia, if you travel around this area, I made the mistake of just picking any hotel. And these cities, for example, Bangkok is about 12 times the size of Detroit, where I grew up by. I mean, the taxis have no clue usually what hotel you want to go to. If you say Holiday Inn, they're gonna say, okay, well there's 32 of them. Which one? So try to get on where that little Google map is. And anything 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I pick one specifically. It's got a nice pool, it's small, it's cheap, and the number one thing is it's close to the airport. So try hard to pick close to the airport. It's not like Detroit, okay? It's not like even Chicago, where you can get hotels and they all know where they're at. It's not like that here. It's just too massive, too much of a concentration of people. The last tip I'm gonna say, I kind of say this because it is the most important thing. Man, just live healthy up to the point when you leave. 28 hours. And it was grueling. Some of that stretch, you're trying to sleep, there's no way. Your back is cramping, your neck is cramping. I'm 56 years old. So, I do some, what you call health supplements. I do vitamins. I run, I try to stay active, work out. Oh, what else? Here's a big one too. I mean, I have a beer. No problem. I like to, I'm on holiday. I expect to use the bar a little bit. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Have a beer here and there, moderate, and just make sure that you're not getting toasted before the flight, leading up to the flight. Don't have yourself a going away party and you consume like straight alcohol and beer and I mean, I've seen some bad stuff. What I mean is I've seen some zombies coming off the plane. Here's the last thing. Do not drink on the plane. Man, there ain't no way I would have a beer. It dehydrates you twice as fast, it seems. And it just beleaguers the whole, what's the term for it, where your flight, it's not really a flight sickness, but you carry like a real heaviness where you're going to be extra tired, So anyways, no alcohol on the plane. Try not to go crazy before boarding. Get that rest. Kind of time it. It's 12 hours difference, so it's polar opposite. If it's midnight here, it's noon in Michigan. If it's 6 a.m. in Michigan, it's 6 p.m. here. So my last message is to do it kind of healthy and then try to cut corners. I mean, not quality wise, but make sure you get a hotel that's within, and the one I got has a free shuttle back and forth to the airport. I mean, anything you can save, because you're going to spend money and it's cheap to roam around here. Holy cow. People freak out. I get it. I mean, I've been to Mexico 12 times. I mean, Mexico borders America. They already know that, the peso is like 17 pesos for $1 US, and people are all like, oh wow, we're gonna hit it with gangbusters over there as far as saving money. No, they're waiting for you. Here, on the other hand, it's 30 Thai baht to $1 US. How should I say this? Hotel that I stayed at, 30 bucks a night. I've stayed as low as 25 bucks a night. You don't even look at my YouTube channel. I forget which episode it is, but it's called Sawasdi Village. 600 bucks a night. Normally, I picked that sucker up for 180 bucks. It was less than $600 for 3 nights. Had a swimming pool that led into the living room, so you can backtrack that. All right, well, that's enough. I'm going on and on. I'm kind of on fumes. I really kind of forget what I talk about after I say it, but luckily I'm alert enough to give you some great points. Thank you for your views, likes, and subscribes. I appreciate that. Hope this helped out. Anything you put in the comments, I promise you I'll get back to you. Any help I can give, so hopefully that was helpful to you. All right, it's time to party on. Go home or go to the hotel. I'm gonna relax for a whole 24 hours, and I'm gonna get out and stretch my legs. Take care.